and ChooseNissan.com. Live from Fox Studios, Fox 10 News is back.
DPS troopers arrest a man accused of throwing rocks at cars and trucks on I-10. Michael Carrick was taken into custody late last night. This is so dangerous. Investigators say Carrick was throwing rocks, big ones, at cars driving in the eastbound lanes of the freeway near 15th Avenue. At least 12 cars were damaged, and a 9-year-old child taken to the hospital for injuries caused by a large rock that broke the windshield of the car. No word on that child's condition tonight.
The accused Valley Freeway shooter may be out of jail soon. A judge lowering Leslie Merritt Jr.'s bond from $1 million down to $150,000. The defense arguing that Merritt's bond was simply too high and that he could never afford it. Merritt was arrested on September 18th in connection with the string of freeway shootings that gripped the valley and left drivers terrified. This was at the end of August. Investigators say they can tie Merritt to at least 4 of the 11 shootings, but the 21-year-old has denied any involvement.
He has an alibi for each and every one of the incidents alleged. There is cell site data, cell phone tower analysis done by the FBI that puts him in Glendale at his home at the time of these calls.
In terms of specific discovery requests,
prosecutors were against a bond reduction of any kind. Merritt assured the judge that he will show up to court for future hearings if he is able to bond out of jail.
Police make an arrest in a deadly stabbing in Glendale. 32-year-old Jeffrey Kirby Saturday got into an argument with a man at an apartment complex at 55th Avenue in Camelback. 27-year-old Miguel Adame died at the hospital. Officers say Kirby took off in a car with 2 other people, but was eventually caught by police.
A 47-year-old woman is rescued from the Superstition Mountains. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office says the woman was hiking with her son last night on the First Water Trail. Her son hurt his knee and he went back down the mountain. She told him that she would meet him near the Canyon Lake Marina, but she ended up getting lost. She spent the night on the mountain and was found safe this morning by Maricopa County Sheriff's Office deputies.
Crews from the Pinal County Sheriff's Office rescue a group of campers in the Superstitions. 3 people camping over the weekend got lost off the Peralta Trail. Crews helped them to safety. All are okay.
Sentencing day for Arizona's pregnant man. That was the way people described Thomas Beatty, first making headlines when he gave birth after transitioning from a woman to a man. Beatty's name was back in the news when he was arrested for stalking his ex-wife. Now, Beatty pleaded guilty to the charge and was sentenced to 1 year of unsupervised probation. He admitted to placing that tracking device underneath his wife's car as a way, he says, to monitor his children while they were with his ex.
I'm extremely fearful for my children's safety. It's been this way ever since I left her and filed for divorce.
Beatty gave birth to the couple's 3 children because his ex-wife was unable to have children. Their marriage, though, ended in a very messy divorce. Beatty and his ex-wife now have joint custody of those children. Nancy Beatty attended the sentencing today but did not want to speak at the hearing.
Teens gathered at a South Valley Junior High School in Gilbert today to honor a 13-year-old girl who suddenly passed away. Lexi Schultz was diagnosed with the flu, but her symptoms worsened. She eventually stopped breathing in the hospital. She would have turned 14 on Thursday. Doctors are not sure what caused her death, and the county is now investigating. Friends and family gathered today to remember Lexi with shirts that say, "Live like Lexi."
Live like Lexi. Positive. Lexi's the girl that was friends with everybody. I've gotten more than 80 messages from people, kids here and at the high school, saying that she was their friend.
She always helped people. She'd be happy. She'd be looking out for others before herself. She kept our family together.
We should let you know a fund has been set up to help Lexi's family. We have a link on our website, fox10phoenix.com.
A bill that would block gambling at a casino under construction in Glendale fails in the U.S. House of Representatives. Members of Arizona's congressional delegation sponsored that bill, but it failed to get enough votes. Senators John McCain and Jeff Flake, they have a similar measure in the Senate. That still needs to be put up for a vote. The casino is being built by the Donna Odom Nation, and it is set to open up next month.
developing story tonight. A committee votes to make a Phoenix home designed by Frank Lloyd Wright and the land around it an historic landmark. The David and Gladys Wright house sits near 54th Street and Camelback in Arcadia. The owner of that home and the David and Gladys Wright House Foundation, they want to make it a historic landmark and open it up to the public. But people living in the area, they're worried about traffic and commotion that would come from visitors who want to see the house. Tonight, the city's preservation committee voted 7-2 to make that home an historic landmark.
Our commitment has been to be inaudible and invisible to the neighbors, and as we move forward, we are going to continue to keep that promise to them and work with them and their concerns so that we can all come to a neutral agreement.
Trying to find some middle ground. This much we know: the home's owner will have to get special permits before it can be open to the public.
Well, there's no doubt about it. It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas out there, especially the weather. It's a big help, isn't it? And then there's this, the famous light display in Glendale that glitters every year. The city is getting ready to switch on the lights.
Huge event in Glendale today. They did a test run to make sure everything is running perfectly for the big display this year. Christy Siefken has the story tonight. Christy.
Well, obviously, everybody looks forward to Glendale glitters each year, especially the businesses that see a spike in holiday traffic. And that's why many shop owners were excited to see the city testing those lights today. And just a week and a half before Glendale officially flips the switch, that marks the start of the holiday season. At Glass Creations Boutique in downtown Glendale, owner Joanne Chase has been stocking up on Christmas inventory since January.
We sell all the clear glass ornaments, which are difficult to find anymore.
She and husband Dennis are preparing for a surge in holiday shopping starting Black Friday. Also the day Glendale turns on its lights for the annual Glendale Glitters.
It's something that everyone looks forward to. It's kind of like one of those things. It's like you come here either with family or with a date, but it's a staple.
Today, the city tested lights in Murphy Park, looking for strands damaged by recent storms. City of Glendale's Kim Larson says this year, the lights are entirely LED.
We have to make sure that when we flip the switch a week from Friday that everything is working, and 1.5 million lights across 16 blocks. It's a lot to check.
Larson says special guests Kurt and Brenda Warner will be right there downtown on November 27th, flipping the switch that signals the start of the holiday season.
I know Kurt Warner has done previous charities and stuff like that, so I know he's a personally nice guy. Yeah. So I think if he came out here, you know, did some stuff for people, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Until then, Joanne prepares for the busiest weekend her store sees all year.
We get people from all over the state, and it's a nice family event. People bring their grandparents, they bring their children, they bring their dogs, and it's free. Wonderful. And it's beautiful.
The Glendale Glitters lighting ceremony starts at 5:30 p.m. on Friday, November 27th. That is the day after Thanksgiving, with the lights coming on around 6 p.m. They have all sorts of performing groups and musical groups coming out, and of course the Warners. And if you've attended this event before, you know there's tremendous crowds who come out, so you might want to consider taking advantage of the free parking and the shuttles that run from Glendale Community College to the event. Reporting live, Christy Siefken, Fox 10 News.
Thanks, Christy. Always a beautiful sight. Coming up, experts say this year's Black Friday deals will be a dud. We'll explain why.
There's nothing derogatory or mean. I don't see why they should be banned.
Obscenities aside, there are still some unwritten rules to follow at the office. Unless you're someone like Mike Tyson, you should avoid the danger zones.
Face, hands, fingers, you know, we call those job stoppers. And there's a good reason for it. It's, you know, there's still a lot of, I don't know if prejudice is the right word. There's a stigma attached.